Look at where I am. I'm in nature. Look what you can find when you make the decision to connect with nature. Look at these sunflowers. A whole field of sunflowers. Can you see? Oh my gosh. Look. Oh, there's more things. There's cabbage here as well. Or an edible of some sort. Look. Oh, and the bees. Of course. Of course. Look at the bees. Did you know that the sunflower isn't this whole big thing that you see? It's really made out of many, many smaller flowers. It's the smaller flowers that are the flowers. Look at that. Look at that. Look, 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 look. And these are brassicas. I'm not sure exactly what they are, but it could be a cabbage. It could be, I'm guessing it's a cabbage. It could be broccoli. And just check for some insects. It looks very clean, but I'm not advising anybody to do this because you don't know whether things are sprayed with pesticides or chemicals. But because I'm having such a fun time out here, I am going to chew on some brassica. Be in nature, be in the garden. I trust you're well. I certainly am. I certainly am. And yes, I've missed you too. But look at these. This one here, it's definitely a grain of some sort. It's like a wheat, I think. That feels nice to the touch. The sound, listen to the sound of nature. You not only hear her, you see her, you can smell her, you can touch her, you can eat her. Look at this, and look at the sun and the sunflowers. The sun and the sunflowers, how beautiful. I'm not sure what this is. Can anybody tell me what this thing is here? Please, you'll have to leave this one in the comments below because I really don't know what this plant is. Probably a nitrogen fixer of some sort, but I really don't have a clue. I'm sure somebody there will know. And this is just lovely. So peaceful as always. Busy bumblebees. They're everywhere. Look at the size of this head here. And remember, the sunflower. Seeds are edible. The leaves are also edible. Did you know that? They can be used as a substitute for spinach, that type of thing. And actually so is the stem edible. I'll talk about that a little bit later on in this video. the modest sunflower dipping her head. Look at that. Can you see that pattern of life? Can you see the hundreds, if not thousands, of tiny flowers? They are the flowers of the sunflower. Can you see that pattern of life? That repeated pattern? Do you see that? Mother Nature makes no mistakes. Hey there! Just in a field of sunflowers, in the sunflower field, and I'm taking in nature as I often do, appreciating loving what she has to offer, giving gratitude to all that she provides. The butterflies. Hopefully you can catch that butterfly. Ooh, somewhere there. Hey, hello, hello, hello sunshine, hello nature, I see you, I see you nature, I see you nature, I see you. Dear, we've got people approaching us. I think they're having fun being out here too. Either that or it's the farmer. The farmer wants us off their land. I'm assuming they just want to come and enjoy the sunflowers. Either that or it's the farmers. Look at that. Can you see that pattern of life? Can you see the hundreds, if not thousands, of tiny flowers? As always, the videos do not do what the eyes do not do justice in terms of what it's seeing in comparison to what my eyes naturally are seeing. But it's lovely to be here. I can see butterflies fluttering in between the plants. I think you might have just caught that on my view. There's a big road behind me. I'm not sure the name of the road, but there is a huge road at the back there. But that's not deterring me. It's not putting me off at all. It's very peaceful out here. Can you hear the chirps of the birds? I wonder what type of birds they are. I'm not sure. Look at the sunflower. Look, look, look. Isn't she glorious? The sunflower and the sun. And the sunflower and the sun. And the sunflower and the sun. I think these are mustards. I think this might be mustard. I'm going to have a guess. This plant here might be mustard. I am guessing though. I can't be certain. And then we've definitely got some... Well, let's go and find something else. Follow me as I identify some more plants out here. we have some wheat. I feel sure that is wheat. Grain. There's definitely a brassica of some sort here. This is either cabbage or broccoli, possibly. Just going to walk in amongst the sunflowers. Let's get in there, right? Just the wind, the sound, the intense colours, the patterns, the shadows, the breeze, the movement, the energy, the peace, the tranquility, the beating of the heart. Mother Nature, she's always there. The colours, the soil, the food, the flowers, the green, as far as the eyes can see, beyond sunflower fields, her beauty, the yellow, the green, they say should never be seen. I say, what do they know? The blue, the green, always seen. Have you heard that saying before? And I think people take that to heart, that when it comes to choosing clothes or wearing clothes, certainly a lot of fashion designers, they say that blue and green should never be seen. So when you wear blue in that same outfit, you shouldn't wear green, or so the myth goes. So it's blue and green, never seen. I disagree with that statement completely, because as you can see, everywhere in nature, you see the blue and the green, always seen. I like to be out of the box. I like to make my own mind up based on what nature shows me. She's teaching me all the time, and I'm willing to be her learner, her student, because I'm always learning. Look at this pattern here. Oh my goodness. Isn't that, I think I'm going to be mesmerised by that absolute definite pattern of the pattern of life that I can see in this sunflower. Let me see if I can tilt the camera angle somewhat. You see what I'm talking about, don't you? There we go. There we go. That pattern of life. Look at that pattern. Those of you who can see it, please message me in the comment section below. Do you see what I see? Do you see what I see? How many of you have ever seen that before? Maybe it's your first time. This is so beautiful. I love you, Mother Nature. I love you, viewers. I love you, subscribers. I love you, those of you who are watching. I love you, those of you who have managed to come out and be with nature today, this week, this month. Oh, look at nature, always at her best. Look at that. It's a beautiful ladybug. And I'm not alone in this field. Be in the garden. Be in nature. I trust you are well. I certainly am. I certainly am. Let's do a little bit of sun gazing, shall we? I am in my garden. We have some builders working in the close vicinity, so you might hear them talking and banging and doing all kinds in the background. But hey, as we always say, we live and let live. So there's a lot going on. But I want to bring you to have a look at this magnificent sunflower. It is the only flower with the name flower in it. And as you can see, we have a visitor. When the pollinators come to this flower, they start on the outside of the flower and work their way in to the center. I showed you a picture of this, or part of a video, some weeks ago, and I said then that this will grow to be taller than me and have a bigger head than me. And let's just see if we can check that out. Bear with me a second. This is me. I trust you're well. I certainly am. I certainly am. I have missed you people. I'm with my sunflower, and I did tell you a few weeks ago that she can grow to be such height. I can maybe just about reach her. Beautiful. Oh look, the pollinators are here. Let's go and check some of them out. My understanding is that so long as this flower here still hasn't gained its flowers in the center, the bees or butterflies or other pollinators will really only go to the outer side where you can see the flowers. Where you see the bee now, that's the disc of the sunflower, and she will remain on that outer rim. She will not go in towards the centre because there's no pollen, nectar for her there. However, as the sunflower grows, it will end up looking more like, let's see if I can show you. This one here, can you see the difference? This one here has gained all her inner flowers in the disc part of it, and the pollinators have probably been and gone, so there's not much to be gained here. Another thing about these gigantic, beautiful things is that as they grow, and I've got a few smaller ones tucked down in there somewhere, as they grow, they do turn their heads in all different directions to get as much sun as possible. That is my understanding. However, when they reach maturity, as this one has, they turn and they face the east so that they can get as much sun to warm them up and allow the beneficial insects to come and gather from the flowers and the nectar. So what you're seeing here are actually many flowers. I think a lot of people, when you see a sunflower, you think that this whole beauty is the sunflower. Well, in fact, the sunflower is made up of many hundreds, if not thousands, of tinier flowers in the disc, and then it has the petals on the outside. But what more better? Does that make sense? What's more better? Well, it does now. What more better than seeing this sunflower shining on a summer's day? Because of the height of this, it's difficult for me to see whether I'm filming, but I do hope I am. I also saw somewhere quite recently, and I went with a couple of friends to a field in London where there was a whole array of sunflowers, and we stopped and took pictures and just enjoyed being in that space. I think sunflowers are a great flower to have in the garden for so many different reasons. I think one of them is because they are really very easy to grow. They're fun for children and young people and old people. I'm not suggesting I'm old at all, but you know, it's fun for people of all ages, between the ages of 0 and 120, to grow one of these. Why? Because they are relatively easy to grow. As I said in one of my, ooh, that was a little bit of a grunt from me. As I said in one of my other videos, I do tend to grow them in containers first and away from the garden, just to give them a chance, because unfortunately the slugs and snails do seem to like their foliage and can decimate those even before they've gotten into the ground. So I grow them on a windowsill, and until they've put on a few inches, you know, maybe between maybe 6-8 inches, and they've already established a great root system, then I plant them out into the garden. But these plants themselves are wonderful because you can plant them really spring, summer. You can even give it a chance in autumn to see where you get with them. But they do have deep tap roots, and a tap root is really referred to a plant that runs its roots quite far down, and because of that, they are quite hungry feeders, but do well in the UK. I find that planting them in the springtime gives me the best yield. And when I say yield, I mean they're magnificent flowers, as you can see. So it's nice to see the flowers on their own, and you can cut them down and put them into vases and put them around the house. Or actually, you can leave these flowers to just stay put in the garden through the autumn, through the winter, because what will happen as the sunflower heads mature, they will drop their heads down, and that's where the seeds are. And you will see the birds coming in the autumn and the winter months just pecking at those seeds, and that's a good thing as well. The seeds are edible for us as well. And there are different ways I enjoy eating the seeds. Sometimes when they're young and I just brush off the little flowers, I just take the seeds out and I enjoy them in that way. Others have pressed them to take out the sunflower oil. I've never gotten that courageous as yet. I just haven't felt the need to do that. However, I know that there are some people who roast them. Once they just pull off the florets, the little flowers, they store the flowers actually. You can use those as tea. You know, you can use it to dry it out and use it to make fresh teas. Or you can use the sunflower seeds with the whole head and roast it and eat it a little bit like you would sweet corn on a summer's day. Another thing I will do in one of my next videos is I will show you when I'm harvesting the seeds. And I enjoy growing the seeds en masse by making sprouting sunflower heads or sprouting sunflowers. And so I'm going to show you that in another video that will be to follow. And that's where I take the seeds and I will brush them, soak them, and then place them on a piece of koi mat, medium, and allow them to germinate with their first two leaves and then their true leaves, and you can cut those and use them in salads. So that's a great way of being able to consume the sunflower seeds, or in different ways as I do when you allow them to go into sprouting. Apparently though, every part of this is edible. The petals can look beautiful in salads. The seeds, you know, you can eat them as they are, or you can roast them off, or you can squeeze them and take out the oils, or do as I do, which is just to sprout them. The leaves apparently can be used in ways that you would use spinach. I've not done that as yet, but I might do this time, and if I do, again, I will bring that to you in one of my future videos. In the meantime, I just want you to enjoy this video of me being in the field, enjoying the sunflowers, and think about growing these next year, perhaps if you haven't already. And what is so amazing about them, and I've always said the garden for me is all about abundance. One sunflower seed, one seed has grown this humongous flower. And in that one sunflower seed, the head has now reproduced hundreds of seeds. So when I talk about being in the garden and the abundance you get from the garden, I mean it literally. One seed has given me this whole huge head, and that whole huge head has given me hundreds, if not probably several thousands of seeds. So let's just keep thinking about the abundance that gardens can give you. I hope I'm in shot. I really don't know if I am, but I really hope I am. You're looking beautiful today, and I hope to see you in one of my next videos. So thank you for watching. Remember that thumbs up, that like, that subscribe if you haven't already. I'm always grateful for all of your comments. I see you, I see you, I see you. See you in the next video. Take care. They're huge, aren't they?
What do you do from them?
Well, you can eat them. Would you like some for dinner? No.
You have to dry the seeds.
You don't have to. You can eat them as they are, but you can roast them, you can dry them, you can put them in salads. So he needs to watch my videos so he knows what we can do with our sunflower seeds.